you, Minister Smet, for your true and hence provoking words. And thank you, Navash and Andrew, for making us see again why we, the faculty and the staff, are proud to do what we do. This is what we do it for, to help you along in life. Your Honourable Minister for Education, Honourable Members of Parliament, dear Rector, representative of the Minister President of Brussels, but especially dear Vlerick students, dear colleagues, dear friends and partners of the school. Today we mark thus two events. One is to welcome the 2013-2014 cohort of the Vlerick Business School, or should I say the Vlerick family. And the other event is of course the formal inauguration in a little while of our Brussels campus, just after my speech. It is a special year for our school. It's our 60th academic year, the 55th for our alumni organization. I see the president of our alumni here. And may I add, hopefully, the first year of recovery for our economy. Last year at commencement, we launched a new name and a new visual identity for the school. And after lots of interviews, our brand consultants concluded that there were 4 things that make us unique and which became our brand drivers. The first, our commitment to be international, is a qualifier these days for a business school. The second is our openness. Openness in 2 meanings of the word. Easy to work with, open to collaboration, but also open in the sense of not adhering to a single truth and always to be open to multiple views. The third aspect, which they found unusual for a business school, which is ironic, was how close we were to the business community and the world of practice. We call it pragmatism. And the fourth thing, finally, that stood out for them was how entrepreneurial we are and how full of vitality. So as our chairman explained, we shaped a rebranding from Vlerick Leuven Ghent Management School into a vibrant and colorful Vlerick Business School. And the Brussels campus, which you will discover in a little while, certainly embodies these brand characteristics. It is also the embodiment of our commitment to be a leading business school in the heart of Europe. Now, dear guests, if you allow me, I will first address our incoming students and participants, because as I said, they are, after all, the reason for our existence. Dear participants, congratulations on being admitted and thank you for having chosen to come. That you have passed our admissions process is a sign that you have already used your talents in a fruitful way so far. And we sincerely hope that we can help leverage these talents even more in your future career and life. On our Ghent and Leuven campuses, you are a total of 327 masters, part-time and full-time MBA candidates to start the program. This year, 21 nationalities are represented in the full-time MBA, which has over 40% female participants. With a bit of sister power, they will, I'm sure, be the de facto majority. Our 3 master's programs have a nice mix as well and are increasingly international. The General Management Master is the largest with 152 participants. The Master in Marketing Management beats our record for female participants with 63%. I will explain to the other participants where the Amphi is. And the Master in Financial Management is the most international of the 3, with 42%. And then we have our Executive MBA group, of which one started already in Leuven in the beginning of the year, but the new group now is, as every time, getting stronger and more diverse. So I would sincerely like to thank all the people in admissions and all the others, alumni and faculty, who have helped with the on and off campus recruiting and interviewing to produce such a diverse and outstanding group of young men and women. Dear students, you have chosen Vlerick, you may still have some concern about whether you made the right choice. But in this you have a disadvantage, of course. Like in all real commitments in life, you cannot really compare with the roads not taken, nor know for certain where this road will lead you. Let me go, however, give you a couple of thoughts why Vlerick is, in my personal experience of several leading business schools, rather unique in ways that should matter to you as students. One dimension of this uniqueness has to do with our institutional context, as our chairman explained, being the autonomous business school of two great universities. As a business school, we are thus committed to build robust links with our parent universities, also for the next generation of faculty, and to always maintain the balance between the academic and business dimensions, while stretching on both. Another dimension is in our DNA, and I recognize members of the Vlerick family here. Most strong institutions owe their sense of purpose and their culture to their founder. André Vlerick, the founder of your school, was a remarkable man, a banker, professor, politician, and entrepreneur. But above all, he was a man of passion, who played a crucial role in the professionalization of Flemish businesses and in opening our region towards multinational companies. Vlerick is not just the name of a school, it stands for a sense of purpose and an ambition. This ambition is still in progress, and we all carry its torch. Our ambition is to be clearly recognized as the leading business school in the heart of Europe, for an education which is academically sound, which addresses leading-edge managerial issues, fosters responsible leadership, nurtures an international mindset, and develops an entrepreneurial attitude. This is what we strive for. As a business school, our ambition is to help individuals like you who are in a transition from education to career, or from an early career start to a full responsibility. We want to help you grow in 3 dimensions: as professional managers, as future leaders, and as potential entrepreneurs. Developing professional managers is a traditional objective of an MBA. A professional manager is someone who masters a codified body of knowledge and skills and their practical application, so that he can manage the resources, or she can manage the resources of an organization efficiently and effectively to produce results. A professional manager is, however, also someone who conducts himself or herself in a professional and ethical manner. We have not waited for the crisis to incorporate ethics and corporate social responsibility in your curriculum. And the Vlerick Giving Back projects of our full-time MBAs, which are helping NGOs with their managerial challenges, have by now become a highlight of the program, exposing our students to a different world, but also structurally helping to make that world a little bit better. We also hope that you will all become increasingly aware of the central role of values and a personal code of ethics in making the small and larger calls you will face in business life. In business life as well as in personal life, nothing is as important and fragile at the same time as your reputation. A Vlerick experience is not only about management, however, but also about leadership. Your admission to Vlerick reflects our expectation that you will have the character and the stamina to become leaders in whatever field you set your mind to. Leaders, to return to the subject Mr. Smets brought up, leaders are people who are not content with the status quo, but who are proactively bringing themselves and their teams and organizations to make the difficult changes that are required for an organization to continue to thrive in the future. That requires a vision of the adaptation necessary. It requires the skill to convince and to overcome inevitable resistance, as well as the tenacity to see it through, because the road of change is sometimes long. You will notice that we have developed the Vlerick branding campaign around enjoying change, because we're convinced that without proactive change, we're facing declining prospects as individuals, as organizations, and certainly as regions and countries. And given the importance of education in the competitiveness of our economy, proactive change is also an imperative in our own educational sector. A challenge which, if I may say so, our guest speaker of today, Minister Smet, has courageously tackled. Vlerick is not only about professional management and leadership of change, however. It is also about entrepreneurship. An entrepreneurial attitude is a key element of the Vlerick DNA, which we hope will echo in you. An entrepreneur is someone who, in the change, sees the opportunity and not just the difficulty, and who has the skill, the network, and the stubbornness to harness the resources to exploit that opportunity. Through business plans and projects, you will have the time and the opportunity to build your entrepreneurial muscle, and perhaps one day create the legacy of building a new business, whether in a large organization or as so many of our alumni, striking out on your own. So we hope, dear students, that this triple cocktail of related skills and attitudes of professional management, leadership, and entrepreneurship will give you the basis for a meaningful contribution and personal growth. Now, of course, we realize that your more immediate objectives are more mundane. You're investing a considerable chunk of your time and a non-negligible amount of money in yourselves in the hope of boosting your immediate employability and career objectives. But rest assured, a master's degree or an MBA from a school as Vlerick is valuable on the job market. Part of the benefit for the employer stems from the mere fact that you have passed our admissions. Apart from the fact that the employers will be able to count on your practice in analyzing and diagnosing and framing business problems quickly and well. You hope to come out of here knowing all the right buzzwords, concepts, 2x2s, and the language of management, and you will. Even more valuable, however, as our students have illustrated, is the opportunity to take time off, take stock of where you are, get in touch with your real values, desires, and choices before starting the next stretch of your professional career. We will hand you the tools, support, and context to figure all this out. But in the end, as our students said, you have to take ownership of your own decisions and your own future job. And you have to be able to articulate a good reason why an employer should hire you rather than someone else, or why he should move you outside your field of specialization to take on broader responsibility. At Vlerick, you will also have the great benefit of developing some outstanding friendships. You will be surrounded, perhaps for the first time, by a cohort of people with different prior training, different work experience, different nationalities, and as always, different personalities. You may be put in a mixed group with a Romanian engineer, a Colombian psychologist, and an Indian software specialist, none of whom seems to immediately understand what is so clear to you, or concede that your approach is the only right one. You may recognize that many stereotypes are true, but become better at dealing with them. What we hope to offer you is a condensed, accelerated experience, which prepares you better for our global world, which is increasingly becoming flat again. Dear guests, besides the commencement of a new academic year, we have, of course, another reason for pride and satisfaction. In a little while, we will invite Minister Smet, whom I thank for his presence again, to inaugurate our Brussels campus. 4,800 square meters of modern space and learning technology in the heart of Brussels, in the heart of a district called the neighborhood, with excellent road, metro and train connections and a few hundred parking spaces underneath. Ghent and Leuven have a reputation as university towns, yet very few people realize that in 1 square kilometer around our campus, Brussels has 15,000 students and 3,000 researchers. And we are glad to add to that mix a great business school. For the performance of delivering an on-time and on-budget project, I would like to thank, first of all, our own teams under the leadership of Patrick de Greve. And of course, I would like to thank our architect, Nicholas van Eetvelde, whose IDs you will see really soon, and our builders, Amar. You will see that the design truly reflects the Vlerick brand as I described it. I also want to thank the building owners, Catalyst Capital, for a great collaboration, and Leo van Teukel for providing the touch of contemporary art that makes a difference. Most of all, however, I want to thank all those who worked so hard for this Brussels campus to be ready for today. Beste Vlerick-vrienden, je kan natuurlijk vragen waarom nog een Vlerick campus en waarom Brussel en niet in Singapore of Miami. In deze tijd van MOOCs, Massively Open Courses, kan een investering in bakstenen, of in ons geval beton en hout, de wenkbrauwen doen fronsen. Maar wees gerust, Vlerick investeert ook in content, in technologie, in software en in business games. In de kwaliteitsniche waar we zitten is onze aanpak er een van blended learning, waarbij high-tech en high-touch elkaar aanvullen. In onze programma's op maat concipiëren en realiseren we samen met Line Management en Human Resources ontwikkelingstrajecten, waarbij de sessies soms reëel zijn en soms virtueel gehouden worden. En waarbij reflecteren in een Vlerick-programma en toepassen in de praktijk naadloos in elkaar overgaan. Pourquoi Bruxelles, quand vous avez gants et Louvain, vous me direz? Pourquoi pas Singapour ou Miami? Ma réponse est que la vraie diversité et la vraie internationalisation doivent commencer chez soi. Comment, en tant que première business school du pays, ne pas être dans la capitale de la Flandre, dans le centre économique de la Belgique et dans le cœur de l'Europe? Bruxelles est tout ça et plus. Bruxelles est aussi Bruxelles. Pourquoi faire? Tout d'abord pour y offrir graduellement le même mix de programmes existants que nous offrons sur les autres campus. En plus, pour développer de nouveaux programmes conçus pour Bruxelles. Le premier est un Executive MBA du soir qui commencera dans un bon mois. Next month we're starting here an evening MBA. Aussi comptons-nous y localiser nos centres spécialisés dans des secteurs tels que les services financiers, la santé et les sciences de la vie, le retailing et le secteur de l'électricité. Nous concluons aussi des partenariats avec d'autres acteurs nationaux et internationaux, qui, comme notre partenariat récent avec la Florence School of Regulation et le département Engineering de la KUL, permettent d'offrir une formation plus riche parce qu'intégrant les aspects de régulation et de la technologie dans la réflexion sur les business models qui fait la force de Vlerick. Nous espérons aussi amener des étudiants d'autres business schools dans le monde à Bruxelles pour mieux comprendre le marché commun et savourer l'Europe par sa vitrine bruxelloise. We did not come to Brussels only to be more Belgian, but because for a school that used to be world famous only in Flanders, Brussels is the capital of Europe and the location of many EMEA headquarters. With our campus in St. Petersburg and our alliance with Stellenbosch, we are ideally placed to help develop the talents of these regional organizations. Tja, het is natuurlijk een tegendraadse investering, te midden van een continent in groeipannen en een land dat soms niet genoeg verandering en dynamisme uitstraalt. Zoals elke serieuze investering zal het dan ook enkele jaren vergen, van inspanning, om het potentieel van deze campus ten volle te leveragen en te benutten. Ik wil dan ook de partners en klanten danken die inzien dat het belangrijk is in eigen land een business school te hebben die hun talenten mee helpt ontwikkelen. En ook de Vlerick vrienden en ondernemers, sommigen hier aanwezig, die meestappen in de private placement, waarmee we naast de steun van onze bankiers deze investeringen en haar inrijperiode ondersteunen, tezamen met het legaat. In conclusion, I want to return to our ambition for the school. We are committed over the next few years to further increase our international reputation and reach by further internationalizing our student body and client base, as well as our own faculty and staff. Being in Brussels will advance that ambition. We intend to do so without losing the special position and character that comes from our entrepreneurial Flemish roots. To the contrary, we are also broadening, and I want to recognize here the effort of Hans Kreins and his team, our entrepreneurial management buy-in and family business activities in our Ghent and Leuven campuses. Ladies and gentlemen, a good business school is an asset for an economy, as it helps to professionalize management in both the private and non-profit sphere. It is also a factor of attractiveness for foreign investment. Every year as we welcome a new batch of talented young men and women, we the faculty and staff feel privileged to work in such a meaningful project. And we thank you for sharing our enthusiasm and for supporting us. Dear students, may I now officially declare your academic year, the academic year 2013-2014, for open.